All right, people, Catfish Dave here. The trip I'm about to show you was filmed on the second worst day of flooding in Chattanooga history. The night before, I looked at the radar and it said it was only 20 to 30% chance. So I caught bait. The next morning I left out. I drove through quite a bit of rain. It took me a long time to get there. Now I'll just say, the reason I left is because it had been raining the whole time. And I seen this bass boat that had been fishing with me pretty much in panic mode, trying to get back to the ramp. I said, okay, I didn't have radar. I said, these guys know something that I don't. Bottom line, when I left, my boat was so heavy, the bilge pump couldn't pump it out to keep up with the water that was coming down. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it back. When I got back to the ramp, I was fixing to leave and I went to use this outhouse. Now, when I was at this outhouse, 3 ducks come up to me and I didn't have no food. I felt sorry for these ducks. I went ahead and got them some food. All right, y'all, it's been an absolute bust with the weather, right? So I come over here and there's an outhouse over there, right? I went to use it. And well, these gosh dang ducks come up begging me, right? I didn't have nothing. I felt kind of bad. So I rode out. I left up to the store, man. And I got him a loaf of bread here, right? So we got to find the gosh dang ducks. Today's a bust. I believe that's them down there. Hey, I got you something. There you go, brother. Have at it. Yeah. Now, if I wouldn't have took the time to go to the store and come back and feed those ducks, I was headed back on I-24. I was stuck on that interstate for over 5 hours, but if I would have left without feeding those ducks, I would have ended up in a situation that killed a few people in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I-24 was completely submerged with a big whirlpool out there, cars floating around it. It was a bad situation. Due to me feeding those ducks, I was on the back side of it, having to wait for 5 hours on the interstate. But that's better than drowning. Either way, people, let's go ahead and get with the video. Bottom line, never trust the weather, man, and be very aware of your surroundings when you're out fishing. All right, people, Catfish Dave here. I have waited for hours for this rain and the wind to stop because this DJI mic and this DJI camera and all this stuff is not waterproof. Not when you're charging it, not when you got mics plugged into it. And without this stuff, it's garbage as far as making a video. Either way, it's still pouring the rain. The wind has finally stopped a little bit. If I get this stuff fried, I'm down about $1,200 right here. Either way, I thought I'd get the morning bite. There's only supposed to be a 30% chance, and it is now early afternoon, and it's done nothing but pour. I came all the way to Nickajack Reservoir. Now I'm gonna have to fish this thing. So here we are, afternoon bite. What I'm hoping is this rain, even though it's summertime and the afternoon bite ain't been great, I'm hoping this rain kicks up an afternoon bite. I got lots of bait. I got lots of fresh bait. Caught it yesterday, no problemo. First time in a long time I have been able to come up with more skipjack than white bass. I caught very few white bass. I do have some. I'm probably not going to use them in this lake, chum them up, because they bite white bass great back home and Watts Dinky Bar and Fort Lousy and places like that. So yeah, I'm going to save my precious skipjack for Nick a Jack. I'd like to keep this rag semi-dry, and I can't even do that. Either way, we'll get it in here. I'm going to drop some suspended baits right here over some structure in the middle of the river channel. I should probably be retying these rigs. They could use a good retie. There we go. Let's drop down here. I have seen some fish on my screen over the structure. Might throw out a couple outlines if my boat will stay this direction. I don't know if it will or not. Fishing 60, I'm 67 foot here. Pick that up. That gets my weight up off the bottom, then I'm gonna give it another turn. About that much. All right. Yeah, at least the wind has died down. The umbrella does you no good when the wind's blowing it sideways right on the camera anyway. Don't know what's going on here. There we go. I have been sitting here for the longest time waiting for this 30% chance of rain to get over with. Took me forever to get here because it absolutely poured going through Knoxville, poured going through Chattanooga. Now, if I don't get anything right here, I may move up or down a little bit, make a few adjustments. But I don't see why we couldn't hook up right here. There is a little bit of current, so my scents should disperse. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and throw an outline. Might as well. I don't know how that happened. How did that happen? Huh. Maybe I can get it out of there. There it goes. Let's throw another chunk on, an outline. We'll throw a couple outlines. We'll go ahead and get serious. We'll fish this for a while, and if I can get the rain clear enough where I want to go upriver some, we'll drag some baits. First, let's try the steel bite. It might be all right. Give that a toss. Yeah, I've got a little bit of flow in the river here. That's good. We've got that down. Let's grab another. Let's get serious, man. We'll throw one slap on the bottom without a float or anything. Grab another skipjack. I've got plenty. Easy to catch. Heavy rain or lightning has been detected in my location. I'm not sure which one he said. I can deal with the heavy rain. I can't deal with the lightning. Chum them up. Don't want no part of no lightning. It's nice that that weather guy is telling me that there's rain in my location. I don't hear no rumbling, so if I don't hear thunder, there probably ain't been much lightning. Let's give this one a throw to the right. One of these rods is going to find a fish. Or a fish is going to find one of these rods. We'll see which happens first. I would like to check the time so I know how long I've been fishing here, but there's no way I can get my phone and check it without destroying my phone. It's miserable out here, if I haven't mentioned that. 30% chance. Gotta love that 30% chance. Everything I got's gonna be soaked. Everything I got's gonna be just absolutely soaked. I'm gonna try to keep my mic as dry as I can up under this umbrella. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. That's thunder. Crap. All right, y'all. I'm gonna pack it in for a second till the thunder quits. All right, y'all, the rain has quit. I've got a couple suspended baits back out. Now, I'm sure it ain't quit for good because it's 30%. That means we're most likely gonna get hammered again. But yeah, I got 2 suspended baits down. Now, I've got all this grass coming down the gosh dang river catching my lines. See right there? It's already starting. As soon as that grass starts hitting you, it's just gonna work its way and get more and more and more, and you gotta keep pulling your lines up, shaking it off. Can't even keep my baits on the bottom. Either way, so far it's been one of those days. So far. Get off there. Go one over there. They're both gonna wash back towards the back of my boat. But what I'm trying to do is get them to settle on either side of the structure. Yeah, once that thunder starts a popping, or the lightning starts a popping, I'm getting out of here. I don't do well with lightning, being soaked, having an umbrella sticking up over your camera, these rods sticking up. It's not my favorite way to spend the day. I'll take a hot sunny day over lightning popping any day of the week. Y'all, I got this gosh dang grass floating down the river catching all my lines. Got the rain to quit, now I got all this grass coming down the river. I'm gonna clean this grass off, y'all. Get all this crap off my line. I absolutely despise this grass. There's a bite, there he goes. I'm trying to clean this grass out of my boat. He's just a holding it. You gonna eat it or not? You gonna eat that or not? See what he does with it. I'd say he's on there. He's just a holding it. Yep, he's on there. Yeah. He must not be too big because he ain't putting that much bend in the rod. It's hard to tell what we got here. Definitely got one on. I'm waiting to see some drag come out or something. No. Looks like we got some rain creeping back in. If we get this in, the skunk will be out of the boat. Yeah. Come on up, fish. Definitely feels like a blue cat. There he is. There we go. Skunk is out of the boat. I'll rebait this. Well, I said I was going to clean the grass off my rods here, but I see more of it coming downriver. That definitely looks like rain. I'd rather it not be. I'm over the rain. Oh. First fish, it's on a center chunk. What have you done there? I could swear I'm hearing thunder in the distance. Again. All right, y'all. Here's the skunk buster. Yeah, I said I was going to clean the grass off my rods here, but I might just wait a minute because more's coming through. Maybe I can get this down and catch a fish before the grass gets to me. Yeah, boy. Yep, plenty more coming downriver. Show me radar, stupid. Now I don't get good signal. Great. By the time it comes in, we'll already be in a hurricane. I'm going to drop one down. I can battle the grass with one rod. Trying to get a radar here, y'all. I don't have no signal here. I did, now all of a sudden I don't. When it was clear, I had a signal. Now that I want to see the weather, and there is some weather, I don't have no signal. There we go. Drop this other one down maybe. Don't know if I want to throw four or not. There's so much grass coming out down the river. Come on. There, we're getting a bite. And he let go. My radar finally kicked in a little bit. Yeah, I have thunder and lightning all around me. And I'm sitting in just kind of a clear spot, but it is all around me, and it has lightning with it. Are you going to eat that? Nope. He's just going to bite at it. Some old small fish. That's the only rod that can get hit today, I guess. There we go. There we go. Same rod. Oh, the other rod's covered up in weeds. Another old blue cat. I can see weeds for a mile up there coming down, so they're not going to clear up anytime soon. I might can get out of it by getting to a different section over there. Getting out of this main channel some. blue cat. Come on in here, blue cat. Nope, nope, nope. Get in the net. That net. Yeah. Dag blasted weeds. Mm-hmm. Little smaller one. Yeah. We're only going to hit one rod though. I'll drop it back down and I'll clean some of the weeds off that one over there. It's definitely in bad shape. That line's nowhere near the bottom. As bad as these weeds are, we can't drag anyway. There's no way I'd drag with all these weeds. That would be a miserable situation. Let's drop this down again and we'll clean some of these off. That's already got weeds on it. Just gonna leave everything out now until some of these weeds clear through. No sense in even dropping it. This is ridiculous. Let's go ahead and clear these off. You can see the weeds catching my line. It's rubbing all the way down to the sinker and it'll pick it right up off the bottom. Isn't that nice? I just threw it out there. All right, y'all, we're getting out of this main channel for right now. I can't even fish this. Can't even fish it. I've got so much weeds on the front of my boat, stuck to my trolling motor, it won't go nowhere. They're on my main motor. All right, y'all, spot number 2, just off this channel ledge here. We're not out in the middle of the river where all that grass is coming through, so still a possibility of getting something good here. I wanted to fish that structure out there, but that just ain't gonna happen right now. If it would ever quit raining, we'll go upriver and we'll drag. Well, now it's sunny, but yet it's still raining. Now it's hot and raining. Don't ask me how that happens. But it is steamy hot while it is raining. I'm still getting grass over here. Here it comes. I'm gonna eat a snack. Gosh dang it. Man, it's hot all of a sudden. Good Lord, it's hot. There is no air out here at all, nothing moving. This is like living in the gosh dang equator or something. East Tennessee feels like the equator. This has been the worst, most miserable summer. Hot, rain every single stinking day. Some cow farted too many times somewhere, and now we're living like the equator. I'm gonna eat some Oscar Mayer on a Craven cracker. Maybe it will lift my spirits, because right now I'm not in a good mood. We're fixing to go up and start dragging. I'm about over all this sitting still in the middle of the day fishing. It's not very productive. I tried to catch the morning bite. The rain wouldn't allow it. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. That's pulling some drag. That's pulling some drag. That pulled a little bit of drag on the headpiece. Of course, my drag wasn't real tight. There we go. Yeah. Getting some of that grass here, but it's just not as bad. See what we got on the old skipjack head here. What we got on the old skipjack head? Old blue catfish, fat one, short and fat. Yeah, they're not wanting these outlines on the bottom at all. They ain't been hit one time. Don't wrap me all up like you just done. Fatter fish. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. Come on, man, the rain finally quit. Now you're gonna go acting up. There we go. Old fat fish. Yeah, that fish is fat. That fish has got a gut. These old egg sinkers get down in these nets. That fish has got a gut. Chill out. There we go. Yeah, that fish has got a gut right there. No, 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 no. Don't get all sideways. Don't get all sideways. Yeah. Gonna keep that tail turned towards me, but that's a fat old thing. I'm gonna throw on another head piece. That's what he ate. Chum him up. All right, y'all, I'm gonna pull these anchor lines in. We're gonna briefly drift with the current, and then I'm gonna run upriver while it's not raining. First, I'm gonna suspend drift just a little bit. They're not touching these rods on the bottom. If it's a suspended rod, it's the only rod getting a hit right now all day. So, all right, y'all, I pulled those anchor rods. They're not getting anything all day, and I know they've been on fish. If we're sitting still, these suspended baits are the only thing they're hitting. So we're gonna just drift a little bit down the channel here. Let the current pull us along with our two suspended baits. And if it don't storm on us, I'm gonna go upriver. Right now, we're just going to move along this thing, let the current pull us down here. I hate suspend drifting because the bottom's just constantly changing. Hate it. Can't keep up with it in some places. We're good for a minute, and we just keep getting deeper. That looks like a fish right there on the bottom. That looks like a fish right there on the bottom. Looks like a big fish right there. I don't know what it is. I'm on spot lock right here. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's a piece of structure or what. He just bit right there. He definitely just bit. All right, we just passed something. Let me see if I can get back on what I was. There is something down right over here. Some kind of structure. So let me go back over this way just a tad. See if I can find it. We're gonna try locking on right there. Piece of structure or something right in here. That looks like a fish on the screen right there. Drop down right here. We're close to whatever that is. There he goes, right there. There he goes. There he goes. And he let go. Been getting a lot of fish hitting and then letting go today. I definitely passed something though, and there was a fish on it. I'm gonna get this out of my way. Oh, we're down there. We're down there. He's pulling some line. He's pulling some line. He's pulling some line. There we go. Yeah, I knew I seen something down there. This one's pulling some line. I'm gonna go ahead and mark this spot. And I'm gonna catch up with this fish. We got some current here. This is the biggest one of the day, no doubt. I'm just gonna drop the spot lock. Yeah, I seen something big on the screen. Didn't know if it was a tree or what it was. Big rock. We went back, set on it, and popped one. And I can already tell when this fish hit, he's the biggest one of the day. And I am gonna end up getting this hung up, get it up a few turns. There he is. Oh, he's all spun me up. He's just a fat fish. He's still the heaviest one of the day. Come on up here. Spot lock here. Yeah. Fat one. Yeah, it's raining right there. Ugh. Oh, shoot, this is a fat one, man. Oh. Just a lot of fat. I see a possible fish on the screen here. Let me check this. Where's that hook at? Got it back there a little bit. Get a rag in his throat so I don't get bit too bad. Yeah, it is raining right there. This should keep him from shutting his mouth too much on me. Where I can get back there. He tried, didn't swallow it, but he tried to. Matter of fact, let's see if I got some pliers. Yeah. Yep, there's a big fat sow. Big fat sow. Yeah, I went over several fish just downriver. So we're gonna throw a couple lines up in this area. Here we go. Well, hey, we got a bite on an outline. I think I hear rain. Because that ain't wind. I can't get a radar. Sucks not being able to get a radar on a day like today. Well, I don't know about you people, but I'm glad it's raining again. Come on, eat that thing. All right, y'all, there's an absolute hurricane coming there. I'm gonna get up under the bridge, try to save my equipment. %. I'm gonna see if I can get radar here. Those guys are in a big hurry for some reason. No radar. I hate my phone service. I hate my phone service. All right, y'all, I'm packing it. It's gonna get really bad here. Yeah, I just got a little bit of radar there. 30% chance. Looks like what video for the Catfish or Cool channel. It's gonna get really bad. A lot of red stuff with thunder and lightning on the way here, so. This is a video. There was some fish in the video. That makes the fishing video. This is Catfish Dave with another one signing out. I'm about 2 miles from the ramp.